Last night, Raymond woke up from his slumber with the burning desire to create something he had never made before, a poem. In the past, Raymond had written stories, short movie scripts, and even screenplays, but never a poem. He wasn't sure what caused him to wake up at midnight, on a school night of all nights, to write anything, much less a poem. However, he knew right away that he would not be able to sleep without writing one. He was just one of those creative kids whose mind never fully rested. Raymond had been experiencing some bad nightmares lately, ranging from killer zombies to endless multiple-choice exams. Earlier in the day, his mother had asked him to create a list of all of his fears, to try to pinpoint why Raymond had been having so many nightmares. A list, his mother explained, is a sequence of connected items written consecutively. Raymond didn't enjoy simply writing down all the things he was afraid of. He didn't find it helpful, and more importantly, he didn't want his mom to know everything that scared him. How embarrassing. There must be a better way, he said to himself. After some careful thinking and late-night cookies, he decided the best option was to turn the list he made earlier into a poem. To do so, he would have to alter the form, or in this case, the certain pattern and focus that the poem follows. The term form comes from the Latin word forma, meaning a mold. Now, Raymond had never written a poem before, so he was a little lost on where to begin. He tried to remember what he had learned from his English teachers over the years. He knew that poems were usually vivid and painted pictures in people's minds. They did this through imagery, which he recalled was visually descriptive, concrete, or figurative language. The term imagery comes from the old French term imager, which means to make an image. He also knew that, to avoid further embarrassment from his mother, he had to be very careful about his word choice, to be conscious of the desired tone, audience, and purpose. So he sat down at his desk with this background knowledge and began to write like his life depended on it. He figured that because the poem was a list, it'd be good to have repetition, where he used the same word or phrase multiple times in order to make an idea clearer. The word repetition comes from the Latin word repetitio, which means uncountable. Because the poem was all about fear, he needed to use repetition to make this obvious. Raymond spent hours at his desk meticulously crafting his poem. Once he finally felt he completed the poem, he reread it for errors or mishaps, and found none. Having completed his summoned task, Raymond climbed back into bed and fell immediately back to sleep and dreamt peacefully of new ideas for all of the poems he could write in the future.